evening. It is currently that clock is not right, so I actually don't know what time it is. But I know it is the evening, and we are here. 6:13. So that is a 12-minute delay on this clock. All right, that's good to know. Now we have Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hi, I was setting up our settings.
No, yeah, it's okay. All right. Tonight, we will be streaming 2 games, one of which being League against the San Juan College Suns.
They are the Suns because they're out of Arizona.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sunny, very hot, I've heard.
It is, trust me.
I'm pretty sure, like usual, we are in for an exciting game tonight. With a bit of a different lineup than usual. We've had some subs that have had to fill in for our players since.
Right, so we're actually running 2 of our substitutes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for them to see how they go. Obviously nervous. You know, this is technically the 3rd round, and we had a bye, and then we had a forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first game. We'll get to the action in about 8 seconds. Just so everybody knows, Riot gives you a 3-minute lag, but league rules say we have to stream with a 5-minute lag. So we had to wait for the 2 minutes to elapse, and then they can hit the play button, and then we can see what's going on. And then, wonderful. No, we're good. Stop touching things. Hit the eyeball. Kaz, tell them to hit the eyeball in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah. We're just getting the last of our overlays things set up for League.
Yeah, so blue side is the Suns. They're running Belveth in the jungle, the Gwen up top, Nico down mid, and then an Ashe Pike combo.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked a lot about the potential brutality of that Ashe Pike combo.
Mm-hmm. And we have seen it in previous games before.
We have. We'll see how our guys can do against it, but we have seen the lethality of it. So that'll be one of their big executing pieces. As normal, we are running a Scion up top. That's about the only thing that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Our mid laner is in his usual spot, playing a Syndra, which is more his speed. It'll be interesting to see the Syndra-Nico combo. How that one goes is going to depend heavily on just who can hit the most shots, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Our normal support has bumped up to ADC and is playing a Misfortune. And then we have our first sub in at jungle playing an Amumu, and our other sub in at support playing a Nautilus. So different lineup than we'd been doing in our practice games.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different people than we'd been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these guys are really excited to get the party started.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, we're 1-0, and yes, we're ranked 2nd in the conference, but we haven't done anything.
Yeah, that is true. This is our first real game in the league.
This is round 3, and this is the first game.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we're feeling good about our score and all of that, but it's like
we haven't done
anything.
too much.
We haven't deserved
yet.
it. Gwen Scion is also going to be interesting up top. Gwen should be Scion, but again, we're just looking for that Scion to be a tank later on. We are running quite a few tanks, more so than normal. So our normal comp that we've been playing, that's the level 2. That's the level 2 push. We're going to see if we can push that. There's the root on the Pike. Pike got the hook in. There's the Ashe. We might get the first kill. There's a flash coming out. Getting a flash out at 2.5 minutes is pretty solid. I've talked a little bit about that level 2 power spike that happens in bot lane, but Pike mistimed his pull in, and Nautilus was like, well, okay then. If you're going to pull me in, I'm going to pound on you just a little bit. So getting that Ashe flash out.
Lots of
getting that Ashe flash out early is nice. While we're going, I'd also like to say welcome. If we have any San Jose fans watching, I do know that we sent you guys the link. So if you are here, welcome. If not, well, whatever. I'm just talking to myself then. So right now we're still pretty early in the phase. Scion's getting some good bonks down. There's the Syndra starting to get that stuff in. Like I said, Syndra, Nico's going to be pretty heavily impacted by ganks in the jungle, and then just who can get what. Looks like Belveth's looking for an early invade, but spotted on that ward. That's typically known as the Faker ward. after the LCS player, Faker, who started it, but it gives a lot of good vision, was able to avoid that early gank, is down a level to the Nico, but has the damage in. We are 3 minutes in. There's another hook off of Nautilus, is nailing those. There's the Misfortune. That's the first blood onto the Pike. Oh, sorry. The first blood was on the Ashe. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
There's the first blood onto the Ashe, getting out. Really seeing them pushing that flash advantage now that they have it. They're still even in levels. Sion's under turret. Now we're getting to the point where Sion needs to play safe because Gwen's going to start laying down the damage. We have both junglers in mid lane right now. Looks like they're going to be going in just a little bit. There's the root. There's the stun. There's all of that. That is an unfortunate kill on our Mumu. Oh, he looks so sad.
No.
He's such a sad little mummy. Amumu's skill is going to be coming in really strong when he gets his ultimate at level 6. Sorry, Disco Ninjas. It is an LPK player, isn't it? Faker is LPK.
Yeah.
It's okay. Also, I'm pretty sure Disco Ninjas is our mid laner's father.
Oh.
Who I've told, if I'm correct, is going to absolutely crucify me for everything I say wrong. Because he also plays League, and he also has casted League in his time.
Oh.
So, we can finally see Twitch chat. And if it flames me, it flames me. Yep, definitely the father. Interestingly enough, I was originally going to... getting the turret shot, trying to get the kill, but not reading it. It'd be nice if we could get it, but it's not worth dying for it at this point. Now that Jedi is now up in levels on that Nico, it's throwing me off. They queued in the wrong order, so their jungler's on top, and the top lane's on bottom, and it's messing with me. Yes. Both first game and... Oh, is that who I think that is? Is that Gavin? That might be Gavin.
Chiamia.
Yeah, because his other thing is Chiami. If this is Gavin, we wish you could be here, but take care of your stuff, buddy. If it is. He was supposed to be playing tonight, but he had some stuff come up. And, I'm never... while the action's slow, we might not be... How do I put this? Might not be what you think of as when you think of your traditional student athletes. But we are student athletes, and we put the student in the athlete first, but that also means that personal life comes first. This game is not important enough for that. It is 1-1. We're up in gold. We're up pretty much across the board in levels. Well, no, there's the Pike hook into the Pike stun. Misfortune getting the damage down. Pike getting out. In comes the Nautilus hook, getting that stuff down. Pike's healing is going to come in handy. Plus the Ignite. Not sure the Ignite was really needed there, but it was a good try. First Drake is up. That's important to note. It was up about a minute ago. Generally speaking, these guys go for first Drake right around when Rift comes up. And see, this is why we stream with a 5-minute delay. Because especially if we have any San Juan folks joining us, then, yeah. Anyway, delay stuff. There's a Belveth coming in for a bot lane gank. Might get it. Gonna get the damage down. Gonna get the root. Nautilus gonna run away. Airborne. Get the damage out. Into the flash. Into the bush. Getting away. Here comes the Syndra coming in. Unfortunately, the Nautilus is gonna go down. Belveth flash. Gonna try and get something back here. There's the Syndra flash. Into the Airborne. Into the stun. Into the Belveth kill. There's the mid laner coming in to respond to that gank. Nico is going to get some farm and some advantage, but he got the kill and is going back. We might be setting up for Drake here. We'll see if we'll go for it. ADC is going to get some nice solo XP. Now has ult up. Gonna use ult. Gonna get the Ashe flash again. And we're just pushing our level advantage in the bottom. We've got some vision in the Drake pit, but we're deciding not to go for it right now because I have a control ward. I support that decision. And yes, Nico got a little bit of extra CS, but they're still even on levels. So totally worth it there. I think what we're going to start seeing is both of these team builds are very heavy on the CS. The Nico's got the root. The Belveth has, it's an airborne, I'm pretty sure. The Pike has also an airborne when he pulls you in. The Ashe has a stun. Sion has an airborne. Syndra's got some stun. Like, there is a lot of CS on these teams, especially with the Mumu, who's got 2 stuns running out. Nautilus has some of that. Really what we're going to start seeing in these team fights is just who can get the stun the best and get that CS down and win. I think that one's a question for you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Kaz's best is one of my friends. So I have a small friend group who I've told about my tales at work and working this job, and they like to come in the stream and support me.
I do hate to cut you off.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
So their support came up. They did get the mid kill on Jedi, but it took 3 of them to do it. So TLDR, what does that mean? Well, it does mean that Belveth is going to get the Raptors, but it also means that we have some extra oomph down on that Ashe, and Pyke's missing a lot of CS. Ashe just now hitting level 6, Pyke still level 5. Both top laners level 8. I don't know what lane we just flashed to. Welcome to directed camera. I got no idea. So first Drake is still up. First Rift has just spawned about a minute ago. Just finding a groove here. Belveth is really invading the jungle, and Amumu's about to find that out. We'll see if they're trying to execute a top gank, but we have the vision there to see it coming. We'll see. I think my concern right now is actually more in the jungle than it is in support. There's the hook and the stun coming down on the Nautilus, but Nautilus is so tanky, doesn't matter. There's the airborne, there's another airborne, there's the ult, there's 1 kill, there's an ignite, there's an airborne, there's a second kill. That is a double kill bot lane.
That is...
I need water.
That was a beautiful play, but like also... That was like the second time I noticed, like, damn, you can talk.
I can talk. I come from the south, you know. I can talk. And I agree with Disco. That was a very nice double play. Yeah, no, I come from the south. I can talk. Yeah. And if you're close to me, you know that I sounded like a chipmunk on Sunday after homecoming. And I was like super in my base yesterday. So the fact that I have a voice to be able to cast, to be able to pull this off is really nice. Now we're going for first Drake. Since we got that double kill bot, we had the prio. Mid's pushing enough. We have the Drake prio. Looks like Pyke's going to come in and challenge it. I wish we could see what's going on, but apparently Gwen slicing things is more important. It's a Drake. You know, Pyke and Ashe went down, so I think we're going to get that Drake uncontested. Hey, look, there's mid lane.
And now we're back in top.
And now we're back in top.
Thanks.
Yeah, we got a Drake. We don't get to see us get the Drake, but we got the Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty uncontested. But there's the Belveth looking for a gank. I'm not sure Jedi knows he's there per se. Is playing the bot side of the lane very carefully, so he has that time. Interesting. The Nico became the Belveth, got the stun out. There's the kill. There's the Nico ult that didn't quite go off. Belveth is going to get the ult down on Jedi, unfortunately. So it will be a 1-for-1. Could be better, could be worse. Not sure if Jedi knew Belveth was there, not going to lie. Because Nico can become any of the fellow champions' forms, so not sure. You know, there's the Rift. So while we were getting Drake, they were getting Rift. Rift just popped mid. We have enough turret plates up, it shouldn't get the plate, but Amumu running some serious defense right now. There's the bonk. Looks like it's going to get 2 plates. Belveth trying to go in for more. Belveth might get greedy here because there's the Syndra coming in, getting the flash out of the Belveth, trying to get the airborne out. There's the flash from the Syndra. There's the kill. Belveth overstayed her welcome there and did not see that Syndra coming. And that was a gorgeous follow-up play from Jedi. To be like, yeah, you killed me. Yeah, you dropped the Rift. Welcome back. It's me again. Especially this early in the game when those respawn timers are only like 20 seconds. There's not a lot you can do in them. Bot lane is getting a plate while we were recalling, but we do have a full level advantage there. Syndra starting to put the pain on that Nico. You'll notice out of all the lanes, there's another Nico kill. Now we're starting to get it. Now, oh, it's the Ludens. It's the Ludens. Yeah. So we're going to start seeing Belveth mid a lot more, I'm pretty sure. Look at that. Look at that. One combo almost kills Pyke.
Oh.
We're going to start seeing that damage come down, and what that means is if Belveth is kind of the floater. If Belveth doesn't respawn mid to help out, there's the hook on the Pyke, finishing him off from Syndra's looking around to flank. That's going to be a 3v2 in here with the Amumu coming in. Gonna get the damage and the stun on the Ashe. There's the Misfortune ult coming in. Ashe ult running back towards the first tower. Misfortune is just going to polish her off in turret range. Take the turret shot, and it's fine. Meanwhile, top lane Sion holding his own against Gwen, which he probably shouldn't. In come the Pyke and the Belveth. Sorry, that's a Nico, because In come the Nico and the Belveth bot lane. We're going to pull back. That's the nice thing about this team. I love this about them. They do not get too greedy.
Yeah.
They know when to pull back, and that was the perfect time to pull back. Looks like Syndra's going back in with the Amumu just to see if they can get the Belveth. There's the stun. That's the Amumu ult and the red buff. This is just clinical at this point. Oh my.
Oh my god. Oh.
This is just clinical at this point. In turret range. In turret range. I'd like to point out that was all in turret range. There's the Nico ult coming down. 2 levels. All the damage that it can possibly get. That is going to get the shutdown on Syndra, but that was Nico's full combo right there. Going back to what I was saying earlier, Syndra's getting the damage down on Nico enough that Belveth has to respawn mid if he doesn't want Syndra to run mid. But in doing so, our bot lane's going to take it. Our top lane's going to take it. It's just, we're starting to get that pressure down. We're playing the line. We're doing really, really solidly. Turret plating has fallen. Drake will be up in about a minute and a half. Rift will be up in just over 2. So it'll be interesting to see once those neutral objectives come back into play. I would like to point out, while we have a second, that our Nautilus, this is the 2nd game he's played with our team. Ever. Like, I think he played 1 at tryouts and then 1 a little earlier. He's on our Smash team, who plays Thursdays over with League, so he prioritizes Smash over League, which is totally fine. But this is like only the 2nd game he's played with us. The fact that he's playing this well with our ADC is nutso.
Which is, I think that's really good. Something I kind of notice about our players individually is that they all kind of have this like connection with each other, both individually and as a group, no matter like whether it's a sub or whether it's just like the main lineup for the team. Like they connect really well with each other, and that leads to very good gameplay, very good team synergy, understanding how to play off of each other.
It does. They're good. I would like to point out, by the way, you know, we talk a lot about our top lane island and how that's what we want Tavian to be in our top lane. This is the epitome of top lane island right here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Haven't really seen the jungles, haven't seen anybody else, just in lane vibing. Like, that is the epitome. There's the damage coming down, but there's the Amumu into the Nico ult. There's the Nico ult. There's the Belveth trying to chase down the Syndra. Gonna get taken and interfered by the Amumu.
No.
Gonna try and get out of there. There's the
just
stun. There's the kill.
Yeah.
And that didn't even take the Amumu ult. You know, I was a little worried about how Deadeye was going to do this game just because of how heavily he was getting ganked by jungle. Like, it's hard to win in a 2v1.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a phenomenal individual player. In a 1v1, I have no doubts about him. In a 2v1, it gets a little iffier. But, I mean, he's, man, 6'3" and 3. Like, there's a Scion ult. That's the kill top lane! Top lane is no longer an island.
Beautiful. This is.
I mean,
so I asked for a curb stomp, but like this isn't.
No. This isn't a curb stomp.
Yeah.
Because we're 16.5 minutes in. This is not a curb stomp. Curb stomp at this level is like 20 minutes. Like, we still have all the turrets up. Second Drake and Rift are up, by the way. Like, this is by no means a curb stomp.
Okay.
Like, you see some of the games that are true curb stomps, and they're dead by 20 minutes. Like, Baron hasn't even spawned by the time they're in base. Like, this is not a curb stomp.
But I can't say that, like,
Speaking of, there goes first turret.
Aggressive kind of
There's
pushing
the Syndra,
that we're seeing here.
Picking out the real Nico, taking the flash out, getting the Nico kill into the Belveth, letting the jungle come in to help the Belveth. There's the second stun. That's the ult. Getting the damage in. That's the flash. That's the third stun. Like I was saying, Amumu does have a lot of stuns. In comes the Ashe ult from the bot lane. Completely misses, which coming in from that far away is a hard shot to aim. I play Ashe. I know. No hate on the Ashe for that. It was a lovely attempt. Just, I mean, you're shooting halfway across the map and we're like, okay, nobody move in like the 3 game seconds it takes to do it. There's the Pike just trying to come in. Wasn't expecting the turret to go down. There's the Misfortune kill. And the emote. And the emote.
Oh my god!
And the emote.
Oh.
Mid lane is going to take advantage of that to get turret. Looks like our jungler's taking Rift. I will say, especially with Tiger, I play with Tiger. He uses that emote a lot, especially on me when I do a stupid play. Like, I will support his ADC, and I will make a stupid play, and I will die, and he'll just flash me that emote after he's finished cleaning up after my and I'm like, thanks. There's a Syndra into the Nico ult. Nico ult catches nobody. Syndra's almost dead. Has to pop a healing pot to get out of there. Belveth trying to come in. There's the Amumu just whirling. There's that. I think we're going to pivot back to Drake, but there's the Ashe and the Pike. Amumu's going to try and chase him down. I don't like this Mumu 2-1-4. There's the Nautilus. Never mind. No choice. We're going to finish up that Drake just nicely. It did reset its health, unfortunately. But, you know, is what it is. We'll just damage it again. And Rift was taken. I'm trying to figure out who has Rift. Amumu got Rift. I said Amumu had Rift. Also, we lost one of our monitors.
It's our communication monitor.
Yeah,
it's not too big a
monitor.
deal.
Is that one?
Oh, okay. Now
there
it's
we go.
back. There you go.
It's back. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, was it bored of us?
Yeah.
Um,
Tired little computer that we have over there.
Top lane still getting the damage down. Interestingly enough, there's a jungler top.
Oh
there's
my god!
There's a top lane kill. I did not see him coming. I wasn't paying attention.
Gwen
is trying. Oh, and there's the ADC just for funsies. There's the ADC and the support coming up. Looks like what we're actually doing is rotating lanes. So you'll notice that's a Rift Herald top. And now our top laner is coming down bot. Our mid laner is bot. Ashe ult completely misses again, trying to save her to run away. There's a Scion ult coming in. Pyke's going to go down. That's a 2-0-1 Scion. I think Tavian's figured out how to play Scion. So, for reference, Tavian doesn't top lane. We fielded him top lane because... This is going to sound awful. We fielded him top lane because everybody else was better elsewhere. And he could play top lane. And, you know, looking at the practice matches, he was good. He was a top lane island, but he wasn't making necessarily that massive impact. And now he's 2-0-1 on the Heartsteel, up on an 0-2-0 Gwen. Has 2 turrets down in the lane. Shelly's still alive. He's making an impact, and I love this. I love this so much. There's the root. Shelly gets a 3rd hit on a turret, almost takes it down. That turret should be going down any second now, especially with Misfortune's damage. Gwen trying to take it in. That's the Nautilus. There's going to be an under turret kill again. Does take 2 turret shots, which is 2/3 of her health, but has the health to play it safe. Gonna get turret, and then I'm thinking gonna back, letting minions manage the turret. That's what I'm saying. They're not overextending their welcome. Like, it is so tempting to try and get inhibitor there. Like, you want the super minions, you want to do it, but they're not. They're holding back. There's another turret mid, and we're going for Baron. And there's the Bel'Veth coming in, and the Syndra's just like, no thanks. Yeah, no, this is good. Syndra's running. Defense is going to get 4v1 with all the ults, but while that's happening, oh, we don't have the damage output on Baron, unfortunately. We're going to back away from Baron for a minute. It's 21 minutes in for Baron. So, you know, Baron has just spawned, but... Production team says we've got a...
Oh, yeah.
The brave little toaster. Okay, now it's a curb stomp. You know, you're not wrong.
We've hit viewer peak, apparently. We've hit our viewer peak that we usually hit for Valorant.
Yeah.
Which is like 20.
Yeah.
So, hi, friends.
Oh. Did they FF? Oh, the game ended. So I don't think we got to see the end of the game.
Wow.
Apparently missed the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
500 gold shutdown. He's grounded. I'll make sure to let him know that. I'm going to go talk to the team. I will be right back. I didn't realize that was going to happen, so I guess we're just going to miss the last 5 minutes of every game.
Okay.
Well, I think we know how that one ended.
Yeah. I mean, we can see it right there.
Yeah.
Just, it's still
like
very,
in my defense, to chat, it was not a curb stomp when I said it wasn't. And then suddenly everything just crumbled. You know, we dropped the Rift top, got like 2.5 turrets,
it was
and then they went to defend it.
20 minutes where things started to pick up and we're like, okay, we're back here now. That's, wow.
I will be back. We get about a 5-minute break, so I'll probably be back in about 10.
Okay.
If we want to take a break. I need to find water because my voice is going to get hot.
Get yourself some water, get yourself some snacks, take care of yourself during this break. We will see you in 5 minutes as we all actually take our 5-minute break. So stick around. We're probably going to run an ad break or something, and we will be back with Game 2 against the San Juan Suns. Welcome back, Vandals. It's your host, Kaz Phoenix. We are currently in the phase where we're waiting for spectator delay, so that's pretty nice. Sam is off cam once again, getting things set up and also enjoying some pizza from our. Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I had pizza right now.
Take your own advice and get yourself a fiance.
That's real. Yeah. Anyways, we will be starting shortly. I'm pretty sure. We're just going to wait around here while I wait for Sam to return. We're just now queuing in the game because our spectator delay just. Oh! Never mind, the game crashed. Bro! Oh, okay. Our computers in the lab do not like League very much. Production has informed me that they would marry me for pizza, and I would like to respond with, I would marry you for tax benefits. So, look, we have some kind of transactional relationship here. Everything's mutual. We're being nice to each other, I swear. And isn't life about taking advantage of other people? No, it's not. That is a joke. Do not. That I am off the record. I'm off the record. I'm not. Wow, Colby. Another one of our production staff says that they ship it. Shipping it between me and Kaz, our broadcast producer. Broadcast. Ooh. I'm cooking. I fixed it. Woohoo! We have normal people spectate now, even though we still have to wait for delay. So, yeah, you know. Are you not stream delaying anymore? Yeah, we are. We're just waiting because things were being weird. Yeah, Disco is in there getting things explained in the chat here. We appreciate you. Sam is still getting things checked up. Production is still continuing to ship me and our producer here. Excuse me. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about this. We're not sponsored, but I've had this Lipton white tea that we recently got for the lab in our little mini fridge. It's really good. You should try it. I really enjoy it. And I say this because I'm about to conclude my spiel. I'm pretty sure that Sam is coming in a few. We are still waiting for a spectator delay. We still have about 30 minutes on that. Seconds, not minutes. Seconds. If we were rating minutes, the game would probably already be over, considering how the last thing was. Hey, no, don't delete it. I didn't see it before. So for context, for people in stream who don't know, we have a little TV that has a little Word doc that the producers use to talk to us. It's very helpful.
Yes, you will see the entire game.
Spectating is real time, but the stream is like 5 minutes delay. So actually, the stream already runs on like a 3-minute delay. Something about that.
So what it is Riot already has a 3-minute delay. And then we have to add a 2-minute delay, and that's what you see our guys doing right now. We spectated the tournament. So the issue with that, I thought that's what I was supposed to do. That's on me. The issue with that is that when the game ended, it ended for everybody, even though we were 5 minutes behind. So we're in as just a normal spectate, like you would. No, you will not lose the last 5 minutes. If you do, you can fire me. Although I don't actually get paid to be here, so firing me doesn't do me much good. But we should get the last 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh.
They're going for an early bot side invade.
Why?
Because they want to. And it's fun, and because it gets Vigar stacks, and I don't hate the play.
All right. Yeah, no, makes sense. Well, as usual, we will start with our beginning of the game explanations and stuff like that.
To chat, yes. Oh, yes, sorry. So we did make one lineup change. So both of the players who were on our starting lineup are actually here.
Okay.
JJ had an exam, and that just finished, so he's in our audience cheering us on. And then Gavin had some personal stuff he had to deal with, is back. He is slotted ADC like he's supposed to be. So we are now just running one sub, which is Hood Live in the jungle role. There we go. He's the giant flying ball of slime. I will let JJ know that LOL Led Zeppelin. Zed Leplin. Misses you. Anyway, so that's the big change. They are playing a lot more of their comfort picks this go around. We didn't hard ban them quite so hard. So Pantheon, Echo, and Yi are all more comfortable picks for their team than ours were. That's a Vigar ADC. I don't like that. So we'll see how it goes. We're also back in some of our more comfort picks. They did ban out the Scion, so we're running the Malphite top instead. We're back with the Kai'Sa Shen combo. So all in all, more comfort picks, both sides around. Once again, we get the level 2 power spike. Gonna use it to go in on the Panth. Might get an early kill here. Getting in some nice damage. Shen taking the turret hit doesn't much matter. Nico Echo's a very interesting combo. So we'll see how that goes. Also getting the level advantage there. And then Malphite Urgot. Urgot is a very... Oh, there's the Ignite on the Echo. There's the Nico. That should be the kill. Does take the Flash and the Ignite, but it doesn't matter. Jungler has an early gank bot lane.
Oh my, what?
Finishes off the Kai'Sa with the Ignite. That Ignite hopefully is going to take the Pantheon, but it might not. Vandals are on blue side this time.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah. I was talking to producers.
Oh.
Shen trying to get that Vigar in the stun loop. There's the Yi again. Is going to get the Yi kill. No! I hate Master Q.
No.
Takes a lot, almost gets the kills. Is an unfortunate combo, but for an early gank, they almost turned that around and capitalized it. So...
Respectable.
Is respectable, is going to force them back. Nico's going in, looking for something here. She's looking for the cleanup. That's going to be the cleanup on the Yi here in a sec if it's not careful. There's the healing. That's the real Nico. I'm not sure he has the hit points to deal with this because there's the Echo coming in, but there's a full health Kai'Sa coming back. Meanwhile, we head to top lane. As I was trying to say, Urgot is a weak early game champ. He gets really good about level 9 when his machine guns can work all the rest of it constantly. But before that, it's not great. Yeah. That sentence really trailed off very unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter.
Resetting back, the good news in that play that we saw bot lane, as unfortunate as it was, the good news is it took 3 of them to take down 2 and we almost got some kills. So that means that in a true 2v2, we should be seeing a lot more even distribution.
Yeah.
And I will also say, if for some reason we go to a game 3, we'll be bringing in our full starting lineup since they're here. But also, producers told us that we had a 2-0 just because we have another game to stream after this. So we had
yes.
Chop. There is all the stuff going in on that Echo. That Echo's going to get punished. That's going to be an Echo kill for the mid laner. There we go. Had to chase it down, but it was solid. It was there. One thing to keep an eye on is how many stacks Vigar has, which we can't see unless we click on him, but we're not going to worry about that. But that's going to be one thing to keep an eye on. The advantage to him being in a lane with 2 champions is he'll get those stacks. There's the Yi mid. Does not know which one's the real Nico. There's the real Nico. Diving in to get saved, hopefully by the jungler. But our jungler's a level 3. This might be a double kill for that Yi. I think that's going to be another double kill for the Yi, which is going to be unfortunate because that Yi is already up to 2-0. And that's going to be a very powerful Yi. He's getting some turret shots. We're going to see if the mid laner can't finish him off. There's the Shen getting caught out by the enemy team. Also getting polished off. This isn't looking quite as good. We can turn it around. We'll be fine. Yes, it was a lovely Zac play. There's the Yi just coming in on the Shen. That Yi is 3-0 right now, which for 6 minutes in can be very, very scary. We'll see.
Yeah. So, out of curiosity, was there a reason that we decided not to pick tougher bans this time around as opposed to what we did for the first game?
It was... Honestly, I was stuffing my face.
That's fair.
We did ban... I will say we did ban the Zeds, the Mordekaisers, some of those more comfort picks. So they went into the Yi Echo instead. So really, I think I'm pretty sure we ran the same bans. They just picked differently than they did the last time.
I see.
So we'll see how it goes. There's a long game. That's the other thing about this team. You know, I talk a lot about how when we're winning, they don't overextend themselves. They don't overpush. It goes the opposite way as well. That's a nasty Echo kill. Gonna get cleaned up by the level 3 Shen. My God. Sorry, just realizing our support just hit level 4, which is fine because our ADC is level 6. That's where we're playing. We're playing for the strong ADC. He's being a very, very good support. It's really awful to see just the level 3 guy going, I could kill a level 7 guy. You know, it works. It worked. He's gonna be going for Drake. I don't think we have the pressure here to push it. I don't think we have the pressure here to push it. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, no, that's the Drake kill. That Yi is going to be a force to be reckoned with, but isn't going to be the end of the problem. If you can see chat, I'm so sorry. We signed in as me to fix things, and so my friends now think I can play a game with them. So they're going to be in for a rude awakening here in a little bit. But, yeah, there's the Nico. Now that the Echo doesn't have the get out of jail free card. Oh, that was an auto. We're at a point right now where it sucks to watch. Because that triple play bot, that one mid, we're at a point where the scoreline should be looking a lot different than it is. And we're just not quite able to get the damage down, not quite able to capitalize. And it's unfortunate. But, you know, I talk a lot about how we're good at not overextending ourselves and we're good at not pushing too hard, but we're also good at taking advantage of other teams when they do. And we're good at staying focused and not getting in our own heads and just focusing on the game and taking each team fight individually and not letting the fact that we lost the previous 4 or whatever impact us. So we shall see how that looks. Urgot's about to get to the level where he can start being really dangerous. Nico does have a level advantage on that Echo, but has to watch out. There's the Yi coming in for the gank. Is going to cast ult to get out of there. Isn't going to get much from that gank. Making his presence known a lot more across the map. We're seeing a lot less of a just top lane island than we saw last game. Where, I mean, they were 0-0-0, what, 15 minutes into the game? Like, it was the epitome of top lane island right there. We are going to start watching how many stacks Vigar has. He is infinitely scaling. He can start really hurting those squishy champions. See how he does on that. I didn't see a Vigar in much of my scouting. So that either means that it's a really good champ he hasn't played in a while, or it's a newer pick. We'll see. There's the Zac going, flying in, rooting the Echo coming in. There's the root coming in. There's the Airborne. There's the root going golden, but there's the ult coming out of the Nico. Echo's a really annoying champion to play against. He just, you do all that damage and you almost kill him, and then he goes, hold on a minute, and backs up time, and then suddenly he's full health again. And you're like, well, booey. There's the kill. That's the advantage. It's his abilities. You can only do it once every so often. He's bot again. Really is making himself known much more around the map this go round. Already has the Berserker's Greaves ahead in the Smite fight. We'll start to see how we can counter that Yi. Going for the early Rift. We did lose the first Drake, so we're going for the early Rift. I think we'll get it because Yi's hanging out mid and we've got 2. Urgot is looking to come down. And our Malphite is away, but it looks like Urgot just wants to clear out some vision. Isn't recognizing that we got the Rift. We did get the Rift. We did get the Rift Eye, so that's clean. Clearing out a lot of control wards right there. That's the Nico being a Malphite and the Zac. They're going to launch in on that Yi, and I think it might work. There's the Q coming out. Also popped ult to get out of there. There's the Malphite. Gets the shutdown. Our top laner has come alive, folks. That is... I'm digging this. I'm really, really digging this. There's a Zac coming in on the Echo again with the Rooted, the Airborne. This is what we saw earlier when he could get out of it. I don't think Azure has the ability to get out of it. There's another kill for the jungler this time. Really starting to spread the love here. Ironically, we're not... The only person without kills on our team is our ADC.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is an ADC who, in our practice games, we've seen go, like, 18-3 consistently. So it'll be interesting to see how that Kai'Sa scales. Kai'Sa really does scale later in the game as she gets the items. Great use of that Shelly, dropping it down mid. There's the Pantheon ult coming in to try and deflect. Zac going in, gonna try and get in on that Pantheon. Nico just getting the damage down, driving them back. You know, that Pantheon ult is not easy to dodge, and they did a very good job dodging it, getting out of there, keeping it steady. Now the Echo's back. He's going to go away. But, there's the Zac coming in again for the Airborne. There goes the Nico ult. There's the Pantheon kill. We'll see how Echo goes. I'd also like to point out, with Pantheon being up and then dead, Vigar is running by himself in that lane, which means ideally we can do exactly what we're about to do. There's the taunted. There's a stun. There's the Kai'Sa flash to get the kill, getting her on the scoreboard. That's what we like seeing, plus the emotes. Those two love their emotes, especially at each other. They are darling.
You good? Are you okay?
I'm fine. For those of you who don't know, Homecoming was this past weekend. And I'm also working for production, so I had like 12 hours of yelling at people on Saturday. So my voice is finally back. We're seeing the jungler come in for a gank. Now, I would like to point out that Urgot is the level we talked about. Getting the damage and getting the flash. Array has to be very, very careful there to not get killed by turret. But that was still a lovely gank. Turret plating's about to fall. Yi's going for second Drake. With the help of their mid lane and their support. So I don't think we really have much of a leg to stand on to challenge that. Yeah, no, it's already dead. There's the Zac coming in, trying in turret range. That's unfortunate. Gonna get the damage in on the Urgot, though, I think. There's the kill. Is in turret range. Could have been potentially... Oh, my God. I forgot about the Zac. Zac.
Yeah, he has a bit of a res.
Yeah, so Zac, when he dies the first time, thanks to his passive, goes to split. And then... they can't see my hands, I'm realizing. The split was me imitating him becoming a whole bunch of, like, jelly blobs that then recoalesce back into him. So... That was an excellent turret dive. I forgot about that. Both ignites going out. Gonna get the damage in. That was a lot of flashes, too. That was, like, way more summoners than needed to get spent in that fight. Jedi popping the ult, getting the damage down on that Yi. That Yi is, like, one auto from death. And that is a 3-1-0 Yi. Like, that's nothing to slouch at. Yi has kind of slowed down a little bit after those early kills. Still way ahead in his jungle pet compared to our jungler. But, you know, that's A-okay. I also agree with chat that the rotations and teamwork are looking good. You know, that's what we worked on a lot. I was talking during some of our practice games. You know, I was lucky enough to get 5 starting players plus a couple of subs, not counting myself. I'm a sub, I play, I don't count myself in this list. But who are truly amazing individual players who, in a one-on-one lane, can hold their own and really win most of the time. So a lot of what we honed was the teamwork, the talking, the rotations, helping out. You're going to see that a lot with Tiger as our support. He's a very supporty support. You know, it is not unusual. There's a stun on the Nico going down. Echo cast his stuff too early there. He cast his rewind and his stun way too early on that and just didn't have the oomph when it mattered. That's a 2-0 for jungler. That's more scary than a 3-1. Here comes the jungler coming in, trying to get the oomph down. Gonna get out again. Keeps looking for stuff top. But not quite getting it. But yeah, no, these guys are all phenomenal individual players. There's a Nico hiding in the bush. There's the root. There's the ult. That was... Wow. I play Nico. I love Nico. That's when you know you're feeling good in a Nico, is when you just go and die. I'm not trying to do. There's a Zach coming in, bot. I would like to say I love this Vigar skin. It's adorable. There's the Ignite under. The Pantheon is running right past the super low Shen. I don't know how the hell Shen's getting out of there like he is, but like the Nico, when you just pop a combo and people die, feels really, really good. Just dodging the Echo is up 2 levels right now. Going back, because action keeps happening. Like, I'm trying to finish a thought, and then action keeps happening. It's great. But what you're going to see a lot of in our support is, like, our ADC's level 10 and our support's level 8. That's not a mistake. That's not him being bad. He roams a lot. Like, right now he's coming up that mid lane. Especially when he plays a Shen, he plays, there's the root, there's the airborne, there's the other root, there's the death. That is a 7-1-4 Nico. He plays the true support. You know, his stat lines, when you look at them, aren't great. Like, he runs about the same number of deaths as he does kills and assists, because he's playing the true version of support, where really a support's job is to throw their body in the way, and that's just a mauling on that poor Urgot. Like, it's just 3v1. That's not even fair. I think we're going to be going Rift here at this point. It makes no sense not to. We know the Yi's mid. We have the priority. This is right about the point last game where I reverse caster cursed us. They are, and you know what's really interesting about Hood and Jedi being in sync is Hood doesn't play with us normally. He is one of our alternates. So I make sure he gets reps, but he doesn't get necessarily as many reps as we'd like. But, and you know, I know these guys. Jedi's just going to be calling the shots. There's the Echo going back in time. There's the ult. Shen going down. That's going to be a Pantheon kill. There's the Yi dead. There's the Echo trying to run away, but he's also going to get chased down. That is a 9-1-4 Nico. You know, they're just... You know what's so insulting about Truman playing Nico? The enemy mid laner played Nico. And so last game, right? Like, the enemy mid laner played Nico last game and did not do great into the Syndrome. And so by taking the Nico pick, Truman has really said, I see how you played. Here's how you actually play that champion. You know, like, and he's 9-1-4 with a 700 shutdown. I would like to point out every member of our team has a shutdown right now. The enemy team, I was talking a lot about that 3-1 Yi, because it could have been concerning. A 3-1 Yi can snowball, but we didn't let him snowball. So now he's 3-3. You know, the other thing I'm noticing is he's not really finishing items. He has a whole bunch of bits and pieces. There's our support just solo going in on both their ADC and support and winning. I'm going to bring in the rest of them. Getting the flash out of the Vigar, getting out of there because it is turret range. Does have his passive up. Going to get a Pantheon jump. But so far, so good. That, by the way, is not our top laner. That is our mid laner being a sneaky little top laner. Circling around Drake, we have the priority. We can win. There's the Pantheon kill. Echo coming in. They're coming in. They're going to start the Drake. Now, the Vigar is coming in bot. We've got the Echo. We've got the Yi versus 3 or 4. They have more health than we do. There's a Vigar getting this stuff down on the Nico. That was a painful shutdown on that Nico. I would like to point out that Nico... Okay. The shutdown did go down. I was going to say. We were on a little low health for this. There's the Yi kill. We got to be watching out for that Vigar. That Vigar is now 2-2-3. Does have the stacks to start being dangerous. You know, I think we overextended a little bit on that one. We didn't have the hit point to deal with it. In a full hit point, no big deal. We didn't have the hit points. There's the Pantheon ult just running away. There. Now, here's the thing. They're chasing. We have the movement speed. We have the time to get away. They are chasing. They are wasting valuable time. So now we have the Shen back. We have the Nico back. We're more at full health. Now we can go for the Drake again. There's the Vigar running past it. Like, they chased too long. They aren't going to get that kill. Our junglers still baiting them, still running around, still going zoom. The Yi might get to him here, but even so, it's only one kill. And now we're setting up for Drake again. Now we're back in position. Now we're back on full health. clearing vision. We're definitely going for Drake here. Like, they spent so much time chasing, and they didn't even get anything for it. Like, that was like a minute of wasted time, which, yeah, whatever, it's just a minute. But that was a valuable minute. And now we're setting up for Drake again, and I think we're going to do it. That is all 5 bot lanes, so we're shifting now into team fights, kind of letting Urgot do his own thing, because Malphite is more helpful in team fights right now than he is up there, especially with where he's at. There's the Yi pulling in since that turret's down. Yi is ulted, but it doesn't really matter if you can't be slowed when you're rooted. Like, those are 2 very different things. I'm getting the damage in. Shen solos the dragon there, coming in. There's the Kai'Sa. There are the deaths. Holy cow!
My God!
And still alive. The Zac slime is still alive, coming back. I told you we had it.
What the hell did I just watch?
I would like to point out, before I dissect what we just watched, Urgot did get that tower top. We were letting him run wild top. That's what we get, but he's had to recall to deal with this mid. In terms of what you just saw, you, my friend, just saw a 12, 2, and 6 Nico hit an ult in the middle of the entire enemy team.
Oh my God!
And then you saw a 2, 1, and 5 Kai'Sa fire 12 rockets at them that all do insane amounts of damage and just pick off all the low health people. You saw a flawless execution of this team comp.
Oh my God!
That is what you just saw.
Oh my God! Okay.
Oh, and did I mention we still had second rift in our pocket, so we just spawned it down mid lane where we were already running. Like, can I just mention this? Gets the mid turret, is going to die, but they're still respawning to it. We're going to be looking for that Baron. We're going to be seeing if we can set up for that. I don't think we can because there's the Yi, but we got the Drake. Ironically, that was their first Drake, and they have 2. So we're not... Oh, that's totally a clip. In fact, we have a clips channel. Somebody does need to clip that. That is what I was warning about on that Nico. Like, that damage that you see her putting down on that Echo, that's area damage. That's not just an Echo. That is, like, the entire team, if she can get in it, is now just obliterating the Viagar. Says, hi, Pantheon. I don't really care. Gets the ult. Shen comes in just for funsies. That way there's 2. Going to try and get this turret. Echo's pushing mid, but our ADC is going mid now. Rotating those lanes again. Yi looking top for the 3rd time this game. Might be able to get something now that there's not a turret, but probably not. We'll see. There's the Zac going in on the Echo. Just getting a kill. I don't think they even needed the ADC there. Like, Gavin was there, but I don't think Gavin, like, needed to be there.
No.
Gavin was
they're
there.
Having fun now.
Now, our top lane is kind of getting murdered because he's getting pinched, but here's the problem with that pinch. He's tanky. He's going to run he's going to run away. The Kai'Sa's coming in to support. They're back in turret range. They got nothing for that 2v. Meanwhile, what did we get? We have the Echo kill. We have the Pantheon kill. We have the bot lane pressure. They are prioritizing the wrong things. We kill the Yi.
God.
There's the Urgot. There's the Zac coming in. There's an Urgot kill. So not only did they get nothing, they died. Like... They thought they could get him. They didn't get anything, and they died. They're trying to find something, but instead they need to go back. They need to defend.
I think they're getting desperate. There are a lot of moments where
this has taken longer than the last game.
Yeah, there are a lot of moments where it feels like
you think you can get the Kai'Sa? You can. You're right, but here's the rest of our team. Echo goes golden. Nico pops the ult, takes half the health, and then polishes it off. Like, this isn't even... They're throwing everything they have. There's the Pantheon. We just have so much damage going in. I'd like to point out that scoreline. It is 31-8, 25 minutes in.
Yeah, you don't win these.
They have overextended too much. We are too chonky. There's a Zac flying into 2 turrets. Not just 1, 2. Why? Because he can. And there's the inhib we take. There's the Yi coming in. Remember, that was the Yi we saw that was like 3-0-1. That was the Yi I said could be threatening but we had to deal with it. He's 3-6-1. I think we dealt with it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, and we haven't even Baroned. We have the Baron priority, and we haven't even Baroned. Instead, we're just goofing around in their jungle. We're like, yeah, your jungle is not yours anymore. Holy cow. I'm going to take a breath while people back, get some hit points. Have been vision pro'd, but those channels are going to go off right beforehand. There's the Kai'Sa long-shotting the Yi. Look at that. Look at that, 2 levels up. Yi pops the heal he has. It's his channel. It's like a meditation thing. Pops the Q, barely takes any damage, and is just going to get dusted. Hi, Urgot. Oh, you think you can do something? Oh, that's cute. Here comes the Shen teleport for a massive shield plus more.
Oh,
there's the
my
double kill.
God.
I talked about how our Kaisa goes 18-1, goes all of that, and how I hadn't seen that yet. 6-2. 6-2. Cleaning it up. There's the Nico ult again on 2. That was a kill on Pantheon. Finished up by the Echo. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is getting the Baron.
Oh.
We have an inhibitor down. Next Drake's about to be up. There's the Baron. Empowered recalls, backing, buying things. Yes, congratulations, Vigar. You got a turret. I'm so proud of you. What have you lost? Like, by the time you're split pushing to get that turret, what have you lost? You have lost so much. There's the Nexus turrets. They're trying everything. There's the Vigar. Might get in on the Shen. Does get in on the Shen. Vigar does have enough stacks, but Vigar is too squishy. There's a Zac flying out of there. Might get him. I think we overextended a little bit. I don't think we were watching those respawn timers emoting as he's bouncing out of there. Back into the push. Who's waiting? There's the Nico waiting. There's the death. Okay, I spoke a little early. That's a turret that just went down. There's the Urgot coming in trying to clean up. We're just pushing base. We say hi, Urgot. We don't really care. Like, yeah, congratulations. You took down our jungler. There are 4 more of us. We are pulling it in.
Oh.
There's a double kill off of Gavin. You know, Kaisa scales late. I'm not surprised we're seeing the 8-2 and 9 Kaisa now. He did his job. There's the Nico ult coming in, just polishing it off. There's a second Nexus turret. All that's left is Nexus. 4 of them are down, and Echo, poor Echo, is 2-13-1. That is game. GGs are going out. That is a 2-0 sweep in our opening. That puts us at 2-0. And I haven't seen how the other games went.
2-0 that was.
I have not seen how the other games went, but that there were only 2 undefeated teams in our league as of right now. We stay undefeated.
And
that wasn't with our starters. We still have JJ.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
That was not with our starters.
And what a wipe that was. I mean, 39-9. What is that? What's the coin difference? Because you do the math.
It was like 14,000. As much as I would love to stay and dissect this, I need to talk to the team. And because it's a Tuesday, we have a doubleheader. Overwatch is currently playing. So while we 2-0 swept, hang around. So hopefully Overwatch can do that well. I'm going to go talk to the guys. I'm going to let Phoenix here take over. It has been brilliant watching with you guys. Thank you. I love the chat. We can finally see the chat. We will be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. for a game against Chapman. I think it's Chapman. I'm pretty sure it's Chapman. And then come back next Tuesday as we play the College of Eastern Idaho in our big rivals. I'll talk more about that on Thursday. I will see you guys then. Have a lovely night. Take it away, Phoenix.
All right. Yeah. No, now it's my turn to talk a lot. As for Overwatch, we're introducing some of our new casters to the table today. One you might be already familiar with. But with that, we have our new casters usually host, which means I get to be really loud and really annoying as we play Overwatch. I'm actually not really sure who our competitors are today because I didn't have time to do our research as I was preparing for League. So I'm finding all of this out. Yeah, I think that was the idea, but I don't. What can I? Hold on. Can we just like spectate you, or do we have to be in the custom?
You can just spectate our side only, so we can end without a delay, so we can start the Hello, everybody. We're here tonight with an Overwatch game against University of Redlands all the way out in California. My name's Aiden.
My name is Kaz.
Kaz. We got, currently, we're 1-0 in favor of Redlands. They're taking map advantage right now, applying pretty good pressure on us, so we're going to see how this goes.
Yeah. So far, we're only about a few minutes into our round because we had some technical difficulties before we started stream, but we're here. We are live, and we are watching our Vandals kind of get put into a tricky situation here. They haven't really been able to touch point for a little bit. There isn't much competition to try and push the payload back, although fortunately we are able to defend enough to keep them off the point, which is good. We have the Orisa using their ult at the moment, trying to gain some court kind of advantage, but they're playing in a really tight spot against Sigma and Bastion here.
Almost getting cornered at this point, Kaz.
Say again?
Almost getting cornered at this point.
Yeah, you know, it's not really easy playing in these tight little rooms. That seems to be featured in every map. You know, there's all these opportunities to get stuck into a corner and just get pinched. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Orisa from Sigma and Echo here. We are changing perspectives, so now I can't really see what's going on, but that's okay. We have some movement on the payload, fortunately in our favor, but it looks like the Redlands are going to take it back and continue moving forward. Gaining some time with about 3 minutes left into their round with still 1 point on the board for this game. So we have the rest of our Vandals trying to move out, trying to find anything that they can use with BAP ulting and Echo just absolutely pinching a lot of our players from the top there. It's still not looking too good as Redlands approaches their second checkpoint. My apologies. I'm sick, bro. We have Echo absolutely going ham on everyone, which is kind of something that you tend to expect, especially if your hit scan damage players aren't really able to get those airborne characters. It really isn't going to do you too much because, you know, you'll have Echo or Farah or whoever's in the air at the time just absolutely shitting on everybody. And it just does not turn out too well. We have Sigma ult, which is able to find Kiriko out, but Mercy is able to revive them. But a Echo push is able to find Orisa out, and Sigma is fully able to get Kiriko out once again. We still have Redlands pushing the payload to its third checkpoint with no competition in sight. We have the rest of the Vandals pushing in, trying to find some kind of opportunity to take advantage of. Orisa's trying to push Bridget and Bastion here, but it isn't really going too well as Echo joins the fight, tries to put some extra damage out here. Bastion ult and Echo using their ult to play as May, put a wall up, try and get some more defense out. Playing against Echo's ult is really annoying. You know, you'll suddenly have a second character on your team that absolutely changes the you know, perspective of the fight. But with that, Redlands is able to bring the payload to their third checkpoint with still like 2-3 minutes to go left in their round. We have the Vandals coming up on the attacking side now, and we're hoping that we might be able to turn this around. You know, so far the games haven't been going too great. We're finding a lot of spots that we're getting kind of cornered into really easily, and hopefully we're able to kind of position ourselves in a better way to where we're either playing a bit more open or a bit more together, especially behind that Orisa, which is, you know, really supposed to do your team that favor.
Just one more mission.
Oh, so far, Aiden, what have you seen that you've wanted to point out, either about the game or just like the way that our Vandals are playing or how Redlands is playing?
So the one thing I've noticed Vandal's side is not necessarily overextension, but kind of, I feel like, kind of blindly going in on some plays with lack of support. Especially last round we saw that Orisa in the tight corner, you had both supports on the Orisa, but there's only so much you can do being such a tanky character. And when you get pinned in a spot like that, especially with a Sigma on you, there's not really much you can do. So
Yeah.
switching in favor of Sojourn this time instead of Ashe.
I'm not actually too familiar with Sojourn. I'll admit I'm not too up to date
She's a pretty,
with
she's
the
a pretty
Overwatch
strong
2 characters.
Pick if you can aim. I'll put it that way. Okay, so we got a tank swap too.
So it seems like the lineup is a bit different on both sides. I'm seeing a Roadhog on the Redland side. I'm also seeing a Hanzo, which could be really dangerous if we don't have a
and we're
counter
back
towards
to
that.
Orisa off the Ramattra. Probably a better pick to deal with the Roadhog. Orisa landing that spear.
Yeah, actually
nice
doing
spear.
really good, but Roadhog is able to heal and
Nice
back
push,
away.
Nice pressure. Hog is purple.
We're able to put some good pressure on, but it seems like the rest of the team isn't really playing with Orisa,
Yeah, that's what I
who's
was
pretty
talking
far
about
forward
earlier.
into the fight and not really taking advantage of the opportunity that has been put in front of them.
Yeah.
We are inching closer towards point, but we're not able to get there, so our team is going to probably regroup, fall back for a little bit. We still have Anna kind of playing up front there, which is really interesting.
Yeah, frontlining Ana is high risk, high reward in some situations. I mean, her anti-nade can be extremely powerful if it's in the right hands, but it does have a habit to get abused. That was a nice play right there, purpling that Hog, get some damage down.
And we have Rat just trying to do their job, playing in the back. Not really finding some hits on anybody, but it's all right. We have Orisa playing up front, getting some decent damage out, especially on this Hog, but gets put to sleep by the enemy Ana. And our Ana is still playing in the back, trying to do our damage and support our players here, which is pretty good. It looks like Redland's going to find some kills with Hanzo getting out our Ana. Hog using their ult to get out Mercy, and Echo getting out Hog, getting 3 of our players out and leaving us stagnant for a little bit. We're probably going to fall back, try and figure out how to deal with this. And we have Farah trying
Super
to fight
snowman guy choosing
Echo.
to play Pharah, try to deal with the Echo. Pretty smart play right there.
Yeah.
Especially with that Mercy synergy. If you have good synergy between those two, it can result in quite the stomp. So. Hog's low, waiting on that Orisa ult. Playing conservatively, good to see.
You have Echo using their ult to get Orisa and just diff ours, absolutely throwing the pace of the game out. We have Rat using their ult in a really weird spot and quickly getting destroyed. Very unfortunate play here.
That was tragic right there.
Yeah, that was a very quick wipe. Another 3 players out. While Mercy gets the res on our Ana, that still leaves 1 tank out and none of our DPSs other than Farah really on the plate here.
See if Mercy chooses to pop the Valk for that Farah. There we go, there it is.
And outside of that, we haven't been able to tap point. We have lost so much time, and we may not have enough time to capture if we can't retake fast enough.
Right there, putting that pressure
But a
down.
huge Orisa ult, able to get the kill on Hog, trying to aim for Echo, but not really able to find anything. We have Ana getting revived by Mercy. They're finally able to take point and giving them up just under 3 minutes to get to their next checkpoint.
Yeah, Kai's definitely not the most favorable start, but it's
no. But I mean, like, we're getting somewhere. I definitely was feeling a little pessimistic about the way that things were going here, but I'm glad that we were able to pick it up. I'm glad that we're able to find some ground here, and now we're going to be running around, getting some shots out. Echo or Farah ready with their ult, but Echo quickly pushing on Farah and taking her out. Hopefully they'll be able to use their ult in the next fight that they have the opportunity here.
Yeah, that barrage can be extremely powerful.
Especially with some crowd control issues that we've been having recently where we're getting pushed way too hard by everyone. We see a lot of good synergy from Redlands here, but that really does not play in our favor.
Not translating over to us.
But, you know, we're still putting up a relatively decent fight. None of our team is able to get onto site, but that is because we're regrouping. We're trying to figure out what the next strategy is. I'm seeing a few different picks now. We have a Tracer, and other than our Pharah and everyone else playing relatively the same characters, seems like things are going okay. Now, Kiriko is going to take out that Pharah, while Mercy is going to revive our Tracer, leaving them alone in this fight, which is not going really well. We still have Orisa trying to do their best to hold up a good fight, but it might not end well for her, as the rest of our team has to recuperate and bring themselves back up to the fight here, hopefully having some more time to touch objective and get up towards their next checkpoint. We have Hanzo playing in the back there, trying to get some damage out on the Orisa, and Hanzo using their ult to get some more damage out, trying to clear out the space, but it seems like more of our team is able to get on point and push just a little bit, just enough, you know, get some more distance out, but it might not be enough. We're under a minute for this round. We have some ults ready, but not being used yet.
That's a nano on the Pharah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
call those like so soon. We have the Ana still trying to use their util to get some more damage out. Get that kill on the Hog along with Tracer. Doing relatively well, getting a really good damage out. Ana is just putting out some power plays here and getting the rest of the team on the point. Hopefully,
great momentum.
We will still have enough time to get to the next checkpoint, but it may not look like it. Oh, no, we do. Yeah, no competition. We still have overtime to get to the next point. How fortunate. Pharah putting some damage out, and so is Orisa getting out that Hog, with Pharah getting a...
Great pick from Pharah.
Yeah, great double kill there. Getting knocked out by Hanzo, but it's okay. Most of our team is still able to carry the weight. We have a team kill, which is very, very good. I'm actually glad that we're able to turn things around here, and I'm kind of expecting maybe this going into a third round, but we are not sure. We have almost under a minute to get to the last checkpoint here, and our Vandals are pushing hard, staying on point with Orisa playing in front, trying to get as much damage out as they can. We have Tracer trying to play in front, get some more damage out on the tankier characters, but not really finding some ground, so just trying to stay in the back and fighting for squishies where they can.
Nano on the Echo right there. That could be a very, very dangerous opponent if it's not in your favor. Huge amounts of huge DPS on an Echo as is.
Tracer and Ana both putting in great work, taking out that Echo and the Hog. Ana following up with the Mei, and Tracer following up with the Ana. It's almost a team kill, and we're able, with almost no effort, to get to this final checkpoint and finish out that round for the Vandals here. That went so much better than I was expecting.
And the post-match Rocket Barrage.
Maybe being pessimistic is the skill here.
Yeah, maybe it's the way to get things done.
Reverse Caster's Curse is very real. We've seen it in our league games. We've seen it in some of our previous Val games. And maybe that is just the edge that we need to take another point on Redlands here. We're preparing in pregame to go into this next round. We have just about a minute to work with and get as far as we can, which either hopefully we're able to push up a significant amount, or we're able to hold Redlands back long enough in their turn to where they're not really able to push. But, we will see. We have very similar picks this time around.
Opting for a Soldier this time.
Oh, yeah.
Hit scan, potentially to deal with that Echo. If they're going to be running Echo again, makes sense.
What we're just hoping for is that the Soldier has the aim capability to deal with that Echo. Echo flying around everywhere. Those movements are really erratic, could be really difficult to work with.
From their previous performance, though, I think we'll see some good stuff happen.
I'm confident. I'm definitely confident.
Great synergy between DPS here, too.
Now we have Echo, already doing their thing, flying high and just attacking out of spawn. We have Soldier playing behind Orisa, and Ana doing the same, trying to boost their Orisa, which, good move. Soldier still trying to get some damage out and actually doing a pretty good job staying alive. Staying in the back there, playing behind their tank, finding some more of their old mistakes to correct and really show that they have improved, I suppose is what I was trying to
Huge
say.
sleep from the Ana right there.
Yeah, able to get some good damage out on Baptiste. Not Bastion. Dude, my brain is just like
okay.
not it needs to be
When
today.
there's so many characters, you slip up every once in a while.
But we have Tracer actually getting some good damage out.
Double anti.
Getting a negative or anti from Ana, and actually getting most of our team on point to capture payload. Doing really, really good so far, holding that overtime for a decent amount of time. While the point is still being contested, it seems like we have a great opportunity to take advantage of in a moment here.
Mercy popping
We have
out
Mercy
right.
popping off, using their boost to give Orisa a bit more of a boost in this tough fight here. Tracer is able to pick off Sigma.
There we go.
And we have a few more just playing up top, but we're still able to take point. We still have time to move. And we're just gonna hold the payload for as long as we can here. Is really the goal. We're able to get to our first checkpoint here with 4 points. This is really good. I'm hoping that we're able to keep this up, or at least get us into a point where we're still able to compete long enough for this fight to go on. Maybe get us a point for this game. I'm noticing that our team actually has kind of fixed up their issue on overextending. They're playing a bit more back, and even though they were pulled off of the point, they still got some decent distance with about 53, about 20 meters away from their final checkpoint. This actually could be really good for the Vandals here if they're able to defend Redlands from either taking point or getting too far on payload. But we have seen in their previous performance that Redland is not only really good at pushing, but really good at just making it really tough for the Vandals to kind of defend them and making it just generally difficult to kind of like play against them. They're able to really move without too much effort, and that could be a problem. But we aren't really sure yet. We will see as things progress. But we have a place that we need to get to now, and hopefully we're able to take the point. I've been blowering for a little bit. Is there anything that you want to add?
Gotta be real careful on points like this, especially on defense. It's mostly an offensive thing, but in this situation, you don't want to overextend. Because when you're defending, especially in overtime, if you overextend, one pick could cost you an entire point. You really gotta play smart here. This is the most important part. So, not opting for any lineup changes of any sort. So we'll see how this goes. Nice.
We have Tracer still playing up and Echo playing up to kind of initiate the fight. We have Sigma playing again, and Orisa pretty much getting attacked by almost the entire team. The rest of our team is still playing towards site like usual. A great ante from Ana there. An attempt to get to her sleep, but a fail. But we're still putting out great damage. Soldier finding two. Another. Oh God. Oh, that's another from Tracer. Another from Ana and Soldier. What a beautiful play. That is the kind of defense that I like to see. Now, Redland still has a very decent amount of time to play with here. So they still have plenty more opportunities to attempt to take site and push that payload along. But so far, it is looking really good for our Vandals here. You have the spear connecting from Orisa. The team once again pushing on Orisa, but it's not really doing anything. Mercy's covering her like they're supposed to. What a wonderful kind of performance here. Now we have Bastion trying to peek out of the room, get some extra damage out, but not really finding too much. While Redlands is pushed into this room again, able to get pinched. This might not be good if they're not able to leave fast enough. But it seems like both for Tracer and for Orisa, I think, who was playing behind her, it's not too big of an issue. Redlands hasn't been able to push up so far, and this is exactly what I was talking about in pregame. We need the Vandals to be able to kind of defend well enough to hold off the Redlands from taking point, and it seems like that's happening really, really well here. I actually just had a deja vu moment, so maybe this could be really good. Another
Huge
Really
plays coming out
good
of the
wipe
Vandals
from
right here.
Arisa and
Definitely gonna
Ana
keep an eye
here.
on that Echo.
Now we have Echo still fighting up in the air, but the rest of their team is still down, recuperating, trying to figure out their next course of action. This is looking really, really good so far. We have just about a minute left for this round, and you know, if things keep going this way, we might get a point. I just knocked on the table because I don't want to jinx it. I know my terrible luck with that. But we have the Tracer still trying to put some damage out with Bridget attempting and succeeding to push her into a corner and get her out of there. It's looking a little bit rough, but still relatively okay. Still getting pocketed by the Mercy, and Arisa just putting some great damage out on the team there. Now Bridget is going to try and take Ana out, but Ana is able to evade. Tracer is still able to get some decent damage out, rewind and get a heal. And just Vandal's still kind of doing an okay job defending, but Redlands in nearly the last minutes of their point here were able to wipe out the Vandals and get the point. So now we are pushing the payload. We're entering our contest period with 4 players on the point. It might not be too good if we aren't able to push through this last period. If we can get them all off just long enough to get this payload out, this could be really good for us. We really have to play this smart. We really have to play this strategically. So hopefully that we're able to find some ground with that. And so far, it seems that's what we're doing, with Tracer finding a great kill with her pulse there. And playing in the back, trying to get some more damage. Bridget trying to take Tracer out, but not really finding anything with that. It's still doing really good. Now we have some of Redlands still playing out, trying to hold payload and trying to get further and further along. We only have 1 or 2 players at a time trying to contest. And with Redlands taking out the last of our team, that is the game.
This is it.
An unfortunate round, but some really great fights, some really close moments. I'm really proud of how we played. You know, things definitely turned in a direction that I wasn't expecting, but we saw some great performances from both teams here. We will be taking that loss, but we'll be taking that loss with pride. We played a great game against Redlands today, and hopefully we are able to, you know, identify some problems that we found in our performance this week and fix them up in preparation for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, though, definitely a good game.
Yeah. I actually, since that's O2, I think that's... Oh, one more map? Oh, it's best of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought it was best of 3, which,
Playing on New Junk City here.
Okay, I was calling that way too soon. That's my bad. But, hey, you know what? We get more opportunities to play.
We do.
That's great. It is best of 5, and they've only taken 2 points so far, so maybe we can turn this around and fight for... point 3 and maybe point 4.
Yeah.
And, you know, bring it up into a tiebreaker.
It's
but
truly an Overwatch never over until it's over.
Yeah. But until then, we are resting for a little bit. I don't know if we'll be going on break, but we are kind of just sitting here in the lobby waiting for some movement. I think we might be going on break from what I'm seeing in the chat. I feel like we should just break anyway. You know, give us a little bit of break. My throat is sore and I need some water.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're gonna be running a quick 5-minute break. Usual procedure. We're gonna run a ad break. We'll have our little cat on the screen showing that we'll be right back. Hopefully, it won't take 20 minutes like it did for League. If you are still here after our League stream, thank you for staying. And if you tuned in for our Overwatch stream, thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you all here, and we will see you all in a few minutes. Again, alone at the table for a minute. Oh, no, Aiden joining me again. I have a real life caster's curse too, apparently. We're back for game 3 between the Vandals and Redlands here. We're playing on New Junk City. It's Flashpoint. Probably my least favorite game mode because there are not a lot of opportunities to get things done. It's roll or be rolled here.
Very high skill ceiling game mode on this one.
Yes.
A lot of movement constantly. You have to have really good team coordination. Got to stay together.
And it kind of seems like so far we're doing all right with Genji finding their first kill on Lucio. But Redlands is going to respond from Junker Queen getting a kill on Mora. We have some more dancing around while Redlands takes the site and immediately is already off. God, how fast that percentage scales just scares me. And we already have Redlands on top, pushing out, trying to defend from Vandals getting onto the point. I'm not surprised by the way that they're playing. It seems from their last performance that they are very aggressive. You know, they like to take opportunities very quickly, and the Vandals aren't always ready to take them, which actually plays really well in their favor. Now, speaking of which, we have our team kind of scattered as Redlands kinds of runs around and picks us off one by one, with the team able to fight off Tracer just on her own over there. But Tracer is able to stay alive for a decent amount of time, but does get hit by the Echo Orbs. Not fully getting out, but definitely on low health, so you're probably going to run around and look for a heal at some point.
Moira.
We do have the enemy Moira ult trying to push more of the team around. They're able to find Genji out right there, while Queen and one other person that I couldn't see because the kill feed changed soon, able to find some more kills. We're already on their first point for Redlands. The Vandals aren't able to get back on. The next point is opening, and we have the Vandals rushing as fast as they can to get there and try and defend the site before they can get pushed out of it.
Moira holding the Coalescence, pretty smart decision. Wrecking Ball is a pretty strong pick on this game mode. Well, it's very player dependent, but definitely high level of speed, so you can move around really quick and move a ball. They can hold their own. It's to an extent, there's not much you can do about it. Strong Wrecking Ball is a really scary character in Flashpoint right here.
Or like really with any of these game modes where you have to hold a point, they really can just anchor in. If you have a wrecking that knows what they're doing, there isn't much that the enemy team can do. They can just kind of defend the entire time. But speaking of which, Redlands is able to push the rest of the Vandals off of site and take point once
Shut
again.
Down very quick on that one.
I'm kind of worried about how this is going so far. Wrecking is playing off right now, waiting for the rest of their team to follow behind them. But so far not doing too much, trying to knock Queen and Mora around. Take Queen out, get some more damage out on the rest of the team who's trying to play forward. But we have them actually sneaking on the site, playing against Genji here to try and take objective, which is actually a really good play. This is exactly what I was talking about. He can really anchor onto site pretty quickly. And if you have someone who knows what they're doing, there isn't much that the enemies can do about that. But the Vandals have been pushed out by the rest of the team, which leaves Wrecking in a 1v4 situation here, using their ult to try and hold more ground, get some more damage out, getting Junker low and getting the kill on her. Doing actually really, really well defending the site. Just exactly what we love to see from a good Hammond player. We have Ana actually playing more on site and playing really well, seeing some more of those really good kills and cleanups that we saw from the last round.
Very clean retake from the Vandals right here, Kaz.
And now we're kind of just sitting and waiting. We're not really playing up front and aggressive as Redlands were trying to keep us off of point. But something that we have learned is that we don't really know how far extending is for our team here. We don't know where we start to lose composure, and those kinds of tight moments can be really, really difficult for us. But with that, we are going to take the second point, leaving the last point about to open and bringing us to the tiebreaker for this game. Really exciting to see here. Our Vandals running towards the site, you know, just as quickly as we did before, actually. I'm not really sure where Redlands is. Oh, nope, there they are, right there, trying to push on. But Hammond is close, and Tracer is closer. It might seem like we're going to take site as it opens, which could be really good for us if we're able to defend the way that we did with the second point. Yeah, and just like that, we have Tracer on, but the rest of Redlands trying to follow in. We have Genji ulting, finding a kill, with Echo finding another kill on Tracer. We still have some of our players defending relatively well, with Reaper trying to pinch Mercy, and Mercy getting taken out by Queen. Hammond has to play off for a little bit as they wait for their team to respawn and come to play behind them.
Smart move from the Wrecking Ball here, Kaz, with that. Holding out on those mines. He's definitely a very tanky character, but can be taken down very quickly by a lot of things. So good to see the game IQ right here.
You have Hammond running around, trying to take point in a similar way that they did in the last round by just trying to poke some more of Redlands off and just anchor themselves on for a good minute. Echo is going to be able to focus and get Hammond off, while the rest of the Vandals fight desperately for the site as Redlands takes up more and more percentage, taking more and more control of the site. Possibly to their second point, they might get this point for the game, or I guess not might anymore. It's just right there. Which, you know, was an unfortunate loss, but it isn't the end. We still have a few more points to go, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So we'll be pushing on to try and take that. With Junker using their ult and trying to finding a few kills, with Echo finding another on the Mercy, taking out 2 of our healers and 1 of our damages. Our team is going to have to fall back and try to recuperate. We aren't going to be able to take site immediately, but we still have more time to fight for it, which hopefully we're able to do fast enough. You know, it's in the name of the game mode Flashpoint. You really need to be able to think quickly and also act quickly. You can't, you know, if you get pushed out, you know, it could be really bad for you or your team. And finding opportunities to take advantage of as soon as they're available is incredibly important for succeeding in this game mode. And we have Echo using their ult to play a soldier, trying to get some more damage out on the enemy team here, and able to find some of the other players like Genji and Queen are able to find a few kills off. Genji finding a 4th on Tracer there and leaving Hammond kind of on his own against Queen, but he's able to evade and kind of just wait for things to happen. You know, there isn't a lot of time that he has to take advantage of, so this might not be very good with most of Redlands attacking Hammond and finding that kill on them. With more of our players, you know, finding some more kills. We have Soldier ulting to take a few out. Enemy Genji ulting to find a few as well. There aren't too many players on site, not too many to contest. And Queen is able to take Tracer out and leave point empty, hopefully for long enough to take that final point. But Hammond is still fighting desperately here, trying to clear out the area, trying to take that point, but gets turned away. And no one is able to get on site fast enough to take more control. So with that, not only do Redlands take that game, but they take the entire game, leaving the score 0-3 in Redlands' favor. a rough game indeed, but a well played game. I can't talk.
Well played
that
game
well.
as well. There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, and with that, that's it for our games tonight. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for sticking by to support our Vandals. If you are a Vandal, thank you for joining the stream. If you are a friend of a Vandal, we thank you. If you are family of a Vandal or even one of our players who were on the teams playing games tonight, we thank you for joining and supporting your kids.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
And with that, we sign off. Join us back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Valorant against a team that I don't know yet. Again, I'm supposed to know these things, and I don't. So, no, feel free to join us once again, and we will see you tomorrow night.